217 Recovery Podcast. Welcome. It is Tuesday, June 11th, 2019.
Hi, this is Ryan Beckman escorting Corey Winfield on his 41st birthday. Happy birthday, Corey.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You woke me up in a special way this morning.
Gave him a hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, hot cup of coffee. It was good. Not that special way that other people think about. It was a good day. We took me out to breakfast. I had
Got free pie. Got another free pie at lunch.
It
was a very good day in that aspect.
Yeah, I met with Petoskey Chamber of Commerce. There they have a
small business.
Yeah, it's
organization
there. Yeah, but I met with Paul and Sherry, and they're great people. And there's a program called SCORE. They meet with business owners that are just starting out, like 217. And it was good. It's a really good meeting. They were like, "You're doing everything or not in the right steps." And I was like, "Okay, well, you got to do this." And they gave me some homework, so it was fun. Then I met with Dale Hall. He's a great guy. And we were talking about the podcast and recovery, and he's going to do this program where people, when they leave jail, they're not just thrown out to the street, and they're not thrown out with, or let out, I guess you could say, with unreal expectations. There's going to be, you got 4 days to find a place to live, find employment, and meet with your probation officer, take your drug test. You got 4 days to do all that just out of jail. I mean, to me, that would be overwhelming. I mean, 4 days for some people, like, oh, that's plenty of time. Well, not when you're getting out of jail. Well, where you been? Where, you got to explain all this. And
yeah, when you get out of jail, if you haven't had money for a phone or whatever, you can't really set nothing up. What are you going to do? Write somebody a letter? Or, it's just impossible to organize your life from there for the most part. Usually it's just falling apart, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But he's doing this thing where people can go right to them, and they're going to, he's worked with the community in Petoskey, and, he's set it up to where he knows where they can get a job. He knows where they can live. And I'm just talking about people with substance use disorder, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think, people if they committed murder, they're probably not going to be.
They'll be going to prison.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be hanging out in the Emmett County Jail or whatever, but he kind of said the same things about jail that I said. It's for people with substance use disorder, to me, my opinion, waste of time. Did it take going to jail and being in the system for me to kind of relax and get it? Yeah, but I think that was in God's plan anyway. Mm-hmm. And that's something I had to do. I don't even think I've talked about that yet, and one day I'll share my story and people can see. But it did, but it didn't do me any good sitting in jail, getting no help, no counseling, nothing, and just sitting there, meeting other criminals.
No, definitely not what you want to do.
And you're from the UP, Ryan.
Yes.
I didn't have to tell you that. And so you guys, in your jail, you just have like electric fence outside or something?
No, there's no electric fence outside.
No?
There is no really going outside. They let you go up on the roof once in a while for a rec, about once or twice a week, so you get to see the sunlight. That's about it.
They go on the roof?
On the roof.
Okay, I thought you said roof. Which one is it? Oh, we got to talk about that. I think I owe an apology to Gaylord.
Gaylord?
People. Yeah. Because what was it was Word, wasn't it? Word?
I don't know what word.
Word, because I said it's Lord, Gaylord. And then I think it was Rob that brought up that, oh no, what about the word? That's like the O makes an E sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh damn, you're right.
Yeah.
I still think the mayor of Gaylord should change it to Gaylord.
English language is very tricky.
There was another word too. Can't remember what it was, but anyway, yeah.
And then you throw accents on it from other people, and who knows what people are saying.
Colin, we miss you, brother. We hope you're doing good there, Colin. But yeah, so today was pretty good. But there's a new feature on our website that I didn't talk about, but I will. A friend of ours, Ricky. Have you met Ricky?
I have not.
Call him Big Country. he went through a lot of stuff, and he's not going to care if I tell him this. Obviously, it's on our website, but it's 217recovery.com/bigcountry, where he lost his 8-month-old son, and he told me all about it. And
hard situation.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. So it's really, I couldn't be empathetic with him because I don't know, and I don't have any kids, but I was very sympathetic because I couldn't imagine, like my nephews, or I don't even want to say it, to even you think about it. I mean, I couldn't even imagine, man. And so you can imagine what kind of pain that would cause people and why you would want to run and drink and use.
Yeah.
And I figured, he's been wanting to be part of 217 for a while, but he's in Traverse City. So the beauty of the website is he can do a blog. Yeah. And so he's doing a blog, and I told him, I was like, you need to do it every day. And he's been doing a great job of it. And he's not an English professor, he might have some.
He's big country.
Yeah. He might not spell the best, or, his words might not flow like you would think, but, he's speaking from his heart. And that's, I think, more important than getting the sentence structure correct.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll reach the right people and help a lot of people.
Yeah, so
it's a good thing.
Check that out, though. He's very inspiring, and maybe you can inspire him. And who knows? That's what recovery is about. It's for helping other people. And if you can get somebody inspired, I was telling Dale that today. I was like, what I needed was to be inspired. And sometimes it takes just a little bit of inspiration that can light a fire underneath you. Joyce from Bear River, she kind of lit a fire under me. And just seeing her do her thing inspired me. And she said some great things to me as well, but just seeing her and knowing that she's going to work just as hard as I'm going to work.
Yeah, it's always good when you got the right people in your corner and pushing you in the right direction, flowing with you. And I'm proud of you today for getting all that business done.
You.
Pushing 217 in the right direction, and know it's your birthday, but you still went out there hard, got business taken care of. Went to the banks, went to Small Business Bureau, or all that stuff. Good deal.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best birthdays I've had in a while. Really, because I like doing that. I'm very passionate about 217, and I want people
around you of like mind and like ideas and understand.
That's what they told me at the chamber. They were like, you need, to get your board together, but you need people that are passionate about recovery like you are. I was like, absolutely. They don't have to work as hard as me. If you want to be on our board, just let a brother know. Yeah. But, you have to be about recovery. And, maybe first once a month, maybe is all I need from you, a few hours, I don't know. But I'm in the process of working on it. And it can get frustrating, and I want to give up sometimes. But then I'll get a message from somebody on Facebook or an email or text sometimes. And they'll say, you help more than you know. And
yeah, it's always good to hear and have positive feedback. And today I was out with a few friends and whatever. Mostly I learned today just to listen. A lot of people need to just be heard out, So I heard a lot of stories and just lent a couple of years. God gave you 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. Give them a little bit of feedback and maybe tell them your thoughts on what their situations and how you would handle it. But for the most part, just hear them out. Mm-hmm. I think that helps a lot.
Really does. And I think with Big Country doing the blog, though, I think it's going to help him and help other people. And that helps me, allowing him to do something. And a lot of people are like, yeah, but you put that on your website and people see, good, I want them to see it. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of having our own website. You can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah, there's no shame in 217 recovery.
Oh, speak of that, yeah. We got to bring that up, too. So this is something that I have to address. And I'll address it proudly and say, yeah, that did happen. A little controversy, sort of. Went to recovery notes on Sunday. And I was asked, hey, will you guys get up there and kind of do something? And we need some people to perform. And well, we're not really performers, we do a podcast, and I thought, you know what, why not?
We'll go wing it, talk it out.
So I told him, yeah, we'll do it. So last minute, I'm like, hey, we're going to go up there, we're going to do it, and I don't know what we're doing. Let's do a podcast up there. They're like, well, we don't really want you guys to get up there and preach, talk about recovery and this and that. We don't. That's not what we're here for. We're here for like music, entertainment, a skit, or, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing then, a skit. I don't know. I just figured, you know, Rob and I would get up there and introduce you and Anna, and my memory was of the last one where they had 2 mics, so I'm like, okay, Rob and I can just banter back and forth and talk about aliens or whatever, you know, the moon cycle, and it'll just go fun. Well, we get up there, and I don't know if Rob was nervous. I'm not sure. Maybe
he was.
I think everybody was nervous. I was nervous a little bit, but
yeah,
I like that.
He was feeling like a little out of his element, I think, and wanted something more pre-rehearsed and didn't want to go off the cuff. Only that's what you guys do every night. So, but just in front of an audience, and we don't have a live audience here too often, but we do have Bobby tonight.
Yeah, he's zoning out. Well, we had Bobby that night too. He was just shaking his head like, "Yeah, don't know those guys." Because we got out there and it was bomb city, man. But you know, it's one of those things too that I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that we went through. I mean, there was only like 20 people, 30 people there. I mean, it wasn't like we were middle of 10,000 people, you know, and couldn't get a T-shirt off the stage.
Anna had a little stage fright.
Yeah, and you know, but that's good that we did that. But I guess, you know, some people were like, "Oh, those guys are up there, you know, just profanity." And I don't remember. I might have swore once. I don't know. I wasn't dropping F-bombs or anything.
No, kept it clean. You might have used the word anus or something I didn't like. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, on a moon cycle, but it was part of what we were talking about, and or at least what I was talking about, and people were listening. I'm the one with the microphone. Should have used that from Wedding Singer. I have a microphone and you don't, so you'll shut up and listen to every damn word I have to say. But that's what I should have said and just dropped the mic. Boom. But I looked at it like, okay, I know we bombed, but you know what?
Learning experience.
We didn't drink. Nobody used over it, and you know, I feel, you know, most of the blame should be put on my shoulders. You know, I'm the one that was like, hey, guys, let's get up there and do it. And, yeah, that's fine. But it reminded me what it was like to be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. You know,
a little humility is good for you.
Yeah.
It builds character.
Yeah, it only makes us stronger. And the fact that I didn't drink, and I owned up to, okay, yeah, you know, that sucked. You know, but there's a positive in this. People are still talking about us. You know, who was the worst ones that recovery notes? 217 recovery guys up there, unprepared and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool.
Half measures availed us something this time.
Yeah, I guess Linda, the cook bearer, you know, she was like, oh, yeah, I heard you guys sucked. And, you know, Russ said, you guys are up there. What are you doing? Unprepared and this and that. And then she's like, is that what the podcast is about?
No.
Thanks for listening. You know, like, thanks, Linda. You're really supporting us. But, yeah, thanks. You know, be constructive. We appreciate it. But listen, though. Please listen. You know, and then you'll understand what the podcast is about, and you'll understand that we weren't planning all of that for 2 months. You know, it was last minute, and you know what? We got up there, and we weren't afraid to do that, and we're not afraid to embrace our failures.
That's what we have to do to learn from and grow.
Yeah, it wasn't a failure at all. It was an experience. And
it was a growing experience for sure.
Can't get much worse than that. So that's how we got to look at it. You know, you got to laugh it off and realize we did get stronger from that.
Yep. Only one way to go is up now.
Mm-hmm. Hills to the yeah. Speaking of our website, though, I did want to talk about this other stuff before we get to your visors.
My visors?
I thought you had the big announcement tonight. Oh, are we going to wait for that?
Visors are going to be hot and live.
If you go to our 217recovery.com website, up in the very left-hand corner, you'll see those 2 white lines. You can click on that. If you're on your phone, you can do that too. Just kind of click on that. It brings up the top bar, which is podcasts, resources, events, crew, and then there's assist, which is the suicide prevention training that's coming up in July, and then the NMSAS trainings. Now, if you want to be a recovery coach, there's different kind of trainings on there, but you can check that out. It'll tell you when it is, a link to register, and be on your way. You know, there's some requirements for that, but you can read all about that. But the events that we do have coming up, if you click on that, I know one that Rob's all pumped about.
The golf?
The golf. And we were going to try to get a team and then do like a Facebook raffle thing, but I'm not sure. After talking to the Poto Chamber of Commerce today, they're like, well, if you're doing raffle, you need a license. And I'm like, I don't know. My lady, this girl was going to do it, and I don't know. But I don't want to get anybody in trouble of any wrongdoings.
Try to
But
do things right.
I'll ask Lisa from Kirsten's Ride if they